You might think you've already missed the boat on retirement. After all, more than a third of Americans aged 40 to 49 have zero retirement savings. And surprisingly, 33% of those 50 to 54 and 25% of those 55 to 64 are in the same position. But here's the truth. Believing it's too late is what keeps you stuck. See, having a focused plan, such as ditching poor habits, maxing out catch-up contributions after 50, optimizing employer matches, and prioritizing steady saving can still transform your financial future. So let's drop the excuses, clear up the lies, and give you the real tools that work, because it's not over at 40, 50, or even 60. In fact, it's game time. Welcome, friends. I'm Jason. My wife and I, we retired at 39. And we've been doing this early retirement thing for like 9 years now. And during that time, while our nest egg continues to grow, we've watched many of our peers over 40 stay broke. See, here's the deal. Almost half of people in the early 40s believe that retirement accounts are just for responsible savers. But smart late savers use catch-up rules to get ahead of even those of us who started early. It's not about when you start. It's about how intentionally you play the game from here on out. Okay, so let's cut to the real talk and get to the things that are keeping many of you trapped in a cycle of being broke. Starting with the most insidious culprit, that's lifestyle creep. See, I can remember when I was a teen and I got my first job, I started buying everything I wanted. A new stereo, a VCR for my room, a new sound system in my car. Yeah, I know you guys remember those days too. Well, that was my first taste of lifestyle creep, and thankfully it didn't last long. Pretty soon, I found more joy in watching my bank account grow than in adding another gadget to my collection, and that lesson stuck with me ever since. I recently read that Americans increase spending at 50% faster than income growth over a lifetime. Let that sink in. It's like running on a treadmill that speeds up with every paycheck. I mean, it's exhausting and you're going nowhere. And that constant pressure to spend more, it makes it feel nearly impossible to set aside cash for retirement. So I get it. Before we go any further, if you're over 40 and hungry for realistic, no BS retirement advice, hit subscribe now. This channel isn't about Instagram fluff. It's about actionable, authentic financial independence for real life. Next up, admitting that we choose short-term fun over long-term security is the key to getting closer to financial freedom. I can remember blowing $300 on new clothes in my early 20s just to impress some dates, and skipping my 401k match for that month. It's wild. Those impulse buys, they feel like being in a casino. And sure, it's thrilling in the moment, but let's be real, it's bankrupting you over time. Think about it. That $300 could have grown to over $2,000 if I invested it with just a 7% annual return over 20 years. So picture giving up one night out to save a lot of money and feel good about it later. A lot of you need to stop letting instant gratification hijack your future. Focus instead on what your future self will thank you for. Next up, we need to confront the social pressures that fuel regret. Because keeping up with the Joneses online often costs more than the envy is worth. I was scrolling through Instagram last month. I saw friends jetting off to Disney World and booking luxury cruises. You know, posts full of sunshine and smiles. Well, they came home with a week's worth of memories and a $7,000 credit card bill hanging over their heads. And I bet you didn't know that 2/3 of middle-income Americans cite credit card debt from overspending as their biggest financial mistake, underscoring how social comparison can sabotage budgets and steal away your retirement savings. You see, social media envy, it's like running a race where the finish line just keeps moving. Everyone tries harder, but ends up more tired and just in more debt. So, what's one way that we can break free from this cycle? Well, by changing how we see our value. Unfortunately, I learned way too late that company loyalty is hardly rewarded any longer. I stayed on teams and in roles that barely budged my paycheck, when switching jobs could have boosted my salary by double digits overnight. Turns out that professionals who negotiate can land 10 to 30% higher salaries when they push for what they deserve. Turns out that skipping a negotiation is like walking past a stack of cash on a sidewalk. Free money if only you've taken the time to bend down and grab it. I was lucky enough to dodge student loans, but I have friends who pay over $300 a month just in interest. That's money that'll never build anything. It only drains their paychecks. And as I said before, 2/3 of Americans say that credit card bills are their top financial worry, eclipsing even housing or healthcare costs. High interest debt is like paying a thief to take money from your wallet every month, and you're left with nothing but empty pockets. So now that we've uncovered the root causes of you being broke or not having enough saved for retirement, it's time to take action. Today, not next Monday. First up, tackle lifestyle creep by building a zero-based budget. Give every dollar a job, and when you get a raise, split it 60% to savings or pay down debt, 30% to living costs, and 10% to guilt-free fun. Next, you want to conquer those poor priorities and bad habits. Enforce a 30-day pause in any non-essential purchases, and automate 10% of each paycheck into a locked savings account so you pay yourself first without even thinking about it. See, you want to learn to take pride in watching your savings grow. And for social envy, unfollow anyone on social media who sparks FOMO, and turn off all unnecessary notifications. My phone only alerts me when my wife, family, or very close friends call or send me a message. Also, each night, write down 3 things that you genuinely appreciate. Doing a simple daily gratitude journal, it rewires your brain away from comparison game. When you're ready to earn more, which should be right now, research market rates online. Practice what you want to say with a short, easy script and go for a 20 to 30% salary bump in your next review or job interview. If you're able to, go apply for that second job tomorrow. And for all you Dave Ramsey fans out there, if debt is eating up your cash, start by paying off balances with rates over 15% first. Call your lenders, ask for lower rates, and as you pay off each debt, put that money towards the next one to build up momentum. Look, none of these moves requires perfection, and no one single one is going to solve your money problems overnight. But if you start today, you can quickly build progress that compounds faster than any market return. Then, after you got yourself out of debt and boosted your income, then it's time to build real savings that last. See, don't think about starting late as a setback. You still have 10, 20 years or more for your money to grow. $1 invested today, earning 7% annually, can more than quadruple in 20 years. That's why you need to be aware of the rules and opportunities regarding savings. For example, once you hit 50, the IRS lets you add an extra $7,500 to your 401k on top of the $23,500 base limit for 2025. And if you're 60 to 63, you can super catch up with an extra $11,250 more. And let's not forget about the company match. Most companies match about 4 to 5% of your salary when you contribute to a workplace plan. And if you don't contribute at least that much, you're walking away from free money every single payday. Now, here's one I know you've heard of before. Make sure you have an emergency fund. It's unbelievable to me that over half of US adults say they don't have enough saved to cover 3 months of expenses. That's just foolish and irresponsible. So before you load up your 401k with stocks, save enough cash to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses, so you're ready for any unexpected cost or market ups and downs. Try to keep things simple. Set it once and forget about it. Use automatic payroll deductions or transfers to put money into your retirement and savings accounts. Buying little by little over time helps smooth out ups and downs and keeps you saving no matter what the news says. Look, my friend, you're not broken for starting late. You're late due to excuses. And by accepting your mistakes, dropping bad habits, focusing on the real problems, and using every tool like catch-up rules, employer matches, a strict budget, or even a second job, you can change your financial future. If I can retire at 39 by facing my own mistakes, you can start now and succeed by 60 or 70. If you want to hear my story and how I managed to accumulate $1 million nest egg, then watch our other video titled, I saved 70% of my income for 10 years. I'll leave a link down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you there.